Alrighty, folks, let's get started. Okay, so welcome to the launch workshop. As I said in the intro presentation, this is a great little workshop to get you started straight out the gates, nice and fast. DuePoint is made of many aspects, and so I don't want you to be overwhelmed by too much when you become a wealth engineer. So the workshop has been designed to just get newcomers to understand what to focus on to become profitable as quickly as possible in this business. It's a very simple business. So really what we're going to cover is just how to start earning. So the mechanics of how we pay people, right? That's important to know. You want to know how much DuePoint owes you at the end of the month. Expectations. So how fast can you grow in this business? What's realistic in this business with regards to activity and results? And then we're going to go over the mobile app. So I hope you understood that we have free Wi-Fi in the building. If you're not on the Wi-Fi, jump onto the DuePoint guest Wi-Fi, open up your app, and then you can follow me as we go through aspects of the app. Because the app is going to show you what is happening in your business. That's what the app's designed for, right? So we're going to go through aspects of that. And you are free to ask me questions as we go along. All right, so let's get started. I don't want to take too long. I know Brendan's added a whole bunch of slides here. 3 steps to fast wealth creation: understand how to earn, understand the phone app, understand slow versus fast. So we've discussed that already. How to earn. This is the most important thing. So in the intro presentation, you know this. This is what we call the mechanics of our returns. It's how much money we're paying you on every point in your channel. So everyone that you introduce to your business, right? That's what we call your first point. People that you connect to point 1, we pay you 55 Rand. For every person that pays their debit order successfully in that month, on your first point, you get paid 55 Rand. And when they go connect other people, we call that your second point. And again, we pay you 50 Rand, 55 Rand on your second point, and so on and so forth. And so that number decreases the further the product gets away from you, right? So by point 8, you're earning 1.10 Rand. We told you that we don't limit you to point 8. We've got channels and wealth engineers who have built their channels beyond point 30 already in their businesses, and we can pay you all the way up to point 30, right? And so there's no limitation to your channel size or your earnings in this business. So I think this is fairly easy to understand. Does anyone have a question on this? No? Great. All right. So the second aspect that you have to understand with regards to how we pay people at the end of every single month is what we call qualifying. We have these qualifying criteria that we look at before we pay any person. So the first question that we always ask before we pay you is, have you paid your product successfully that month or not? Right? So that's the first thing that you have to tick. Yes, I paid my product. Great. Then we ask the question, are you qualified? Because we don't pay you for 1 person or 2 people. We only start paying you once you have 3 people in your business, right? And that's what we call a qualified wealth engineer. So we ask the question, are you a qualified wealth engineer? Do you have 3 people in your business, so on your first point, who have all paid for their product successfully in that month with you? And if those answers are all right, we say, we deem you a qualified wealth engineer, and we pay you at least 165 Rand, right? We pay you 55 Rand for those 3 people. We don't pay you for 1 person. So no one at DuePoint earns 55 Rand. We don't pay you for 2 people. No one at DuePoint earns 110 Rand. The minimum you can earn at DuePoint is 165, right? And so this is your first goal as a brand new wealth engineer. If you want to get to profitability as quickly as possible at DuePoint, get qualified as quickly as possible. We've had people that get qualified in their first day. In their first day. We had an old lady on Friday last week. She signed up at 9 o'clock in the morning. By 12 o'clock, she signed her first person, 2 o'clock her second person, 3 o'clock her third person. She was qualified in the space of like 6 hours, right? And so you're free to do that. It just depends. Are you willing to go out and try to connect people as quickly as possible? Get to becoming qualified so that you know you're earning 165 Rand. It is a massive belief builder in our business. People are still skeptical. You will see people will join, they're still skeptical. But when money gets put into your account, that's a belief builder, right? When money actually gets paid into your account. And so it's very important for even when you're building your business that the people that join under you start earning as quickly as possible. Because if they don't earn, that means they don't really believe in the business. They don't have conviction in the business, right? So there's a problem there. Your job is to get people to get qualified as quickly as possible. Besides yourself, get the people that join you. So here's a little illustration of becoming qualified yourself. That's you. You've got 3 individuals who have paid for their product on your first point. We now call you a qualified wealth engineer. This person here is earning 165 Rand. Any questions? Okay, so we all know what a qualified wealth engineer is. You all have to become qualified wealth engineers as quickly as possible, right? You don't want to do 2 in a month and know that you were 1 away from earning money in the month. Make sure you get the 3 people as quickly as possible who pay in their first month. Bang, you're going to earn money at the end of the month. All right, so the third qualifying criteria is, what is your qualified channel? So you qualified, but we asked this question of how big is your qualified channel? What is a qualified channel? Well, a qualified channel is dependent on how many qualified wealth engineers you have on your first point, right? So in this illustration, you can see you've got 1 qualified wealth engineer. You've got the first person you signed up, went out and connected 3 people, and they became a qualified wealth engineer. And so you've got this product on your second point here. Right? And you know that we pay 55 Rand for every product on your first point. We pay 55 Rand for every product on your second point. But in this illustration, you're not earning on your second point. Your qualified channel, when we ask the question, what size is your qualified channel? As it stands here, only that is your qualified channel. This isn't. You're not earning that extra 165 Rand over here that you could be earning. Why? Because the rule says that for every qualified wealth engineer you have, you get a qualified point in your channel. So if you want to earn on 2 points in your channel, you need 2 qualified wealth engineers in your business. If you have a business that has got product on 3 points in your business, you need to have 3 qualified wealth engineers to earn on 3 points. If you've got a business that's got product on 100 points, if you want to earn on all 100 points, if you want a qualified channel of 100 points, you need to have 100 qualified wealth engineers on your first point. And that's the rule. That's why I say to you, make sure that anyone you connect onto your first point gets qualified as quickly as possible, because they help you open up your qualified channel, right? And so we've got wealth engineers who have got a lead wealth engineer. So one of our biggest channels in the business, they must have, I think at one stage they had over 10,000 products in their channel, not their qualified channel. But they had a lead wealth engineer. So they were earning 40,000, 45,000 Rand a month, but they had a person above them that was earning nothing. 0. Why? Because they only had 1 person on their first point. They didn't even have that person. They didn't have this. They had 1 person here that had a massive channel. But they weren't even qualified themselves. And so they earned 0. 0. And still today they earn 0, even though they're sitting on a diamond mine. Right? And so you have to understand these qualifying rules, because there's nothing worse in business when you expect to earn a certain amount of money and you don't get paid it. That's the fastest way to get someone out of your business. And so it's very important that you explain these rules to somebody. Get qualified. You only open a point for every qualified wealth engineer you have in your business, right? And so if we take it further, look here. Now we've got this person became qualified. Now we have 2 qualified wealth engineers. 2 qualified wealth engineers means we earn on 2 points, right? And so now you're earning all of this money on these products. But now look here. Now you've got your second point growing onto your third point. Are you earning on this third point? No, you're not, because you don't have a 3rd qualified wealth engineer. And so to fix the problem, what do? We phone this person. We say, Baba, how can I help you? How can I help you? You need to earn money, right? You joined this business to earn money, yes? And they say, yes, but I've been busy. You say, okay, this weekend I'm going to help you. I'll come help you get qualified, right? And you help them get qualified. Now they're earning 165 Rand, but what they've done is they've opened up your whole 3rd point. So now you can earn on your 3rd point. And so on and so forth. And so the only 2 things you have to know in our business, we can stop the launch workshop right now. The only 2 things you have to do at DuePoint is connect people to your first point. Keep introducing more people and connecting them onto your first point and helping them get qualified. Those are the only 2 things you need to do in this business. You don't need to know anything else. If you take care of those 2 activities, everything will take care of itself. You don't need to know anything else. But I'm going to go a step further and explain some more stuff to you. right? If you forget this, you're going to forget this 30 minutes after this launch workshop is finished. We've got a short little video on YouTube called How to Qualify. Go watch that video. Watch it, so you can explain it to people, right? Because you have to explain this to your first pointers every single time. Question? No. You're calling for a drink? Oh. Sorry, we don't have waiters yet. All right, so those are the qualifying criteria. Just to explain our debit order dates, because some people get confused as to how the month works and what days we do what on. A premium cannot be debited for any month other than the month which is debited. So often we get people that have failed to pay their product, right? So let's say we're now at the end of, so let's look at April. We're in May now. So in April, we had people debit orders throughout the month, right? Because you can choose when your debit order goes off. So from the first of the month to the last day of the month, we've got all these debit orders that go off. And then we've got a whole bunch of debit orders that fail for whatever reasons. Bank account details are wrong, or they don't have money in their bank account. And then what happens is those failures, we send those people an SMS. And we say, you've got 15 days to fix your debit order, right? You've got to phone client service and say, re-raise my debit order. And we will re-raise the debit order on your account. You can't deposit money into our bank account. We only do debit orders, right? But the people that don't do that, sometimes they'll forget or they don't have money in the account. And then 15 days after that, they'll phone and say, oh no, it's May, but I want to pay for April. April is gone, right? You can't do 2 payments in May to fix April and May. So just be aware of that, because we get a lot of phone calls from client service saying, oh no, I didn't get paid. You didn't pay me in April. Well, we didn't pay you because you didn't pay your product successfully. Okay, let me pay in May now so you can pay me. No. It doesn't work like that. You get 15 days grace to fix that payment. If you can't fix that payment in 15 days, the time is up, right? By law, we give everybody 15 days to fix that debit order. And then, so this week, so if you're a wealth engineer, you would have got paid either yesterday. So if you were banking with FNB, you would have got your money into your account yesterday as a wealth engineer. Maybe if you're with another bank, you'll get it Saturday or maybe Sunday or Monday, right? We are paying for April because we have to wait. For the people that failed their debit orders on the 31st of April, we have to wait 2 weeks before we can look at our accounts. So we've got to wait 2 weeks into May. And then on the 14th or 15th of May, do we look at their bank accounts, we look at all the qualifying criteria, and then we decide who we can pay for April. You understand? So you always get paid on about the 17th, the 18th of the following month for the previous month's work. So the first debit orders will happen from the first debit order date. So here's the example of 1st of January. The 15th of January, you can do it on the 31st of January. So you can choose any date to do your debit order. And then when you do the application, you'll get asked what recurring date you want to do it on. You understand? There's a difference between first debit orders. So let's say I became a wealth engineer today. It would have asked me, when is your first debit order? So I can say, okay, I want my first debit order to be on Monday the 20th of May. And then it's going to say, okay, which day do you want the recurring debit order to happen? Right? And then I say, okay, I want it to be at the beginning of the month. So it's going to be, the next debit order is going to be on the 1st of June. Right? Then we've got some people at the end of the month, they join and they have a debit order going off at the end of the month, and then they set another one for the beginning of the month. And then they phone us and say, how can I pay 2 debit orders in 1 week? It's because one is for 1 month, one is for the other month. You understand? So even though I set my debit order for Monday, which is the 20th, I'm going to pay another debit order if I want to on the 1st of June, because I want the recurring debit order to happen on the 1st of the month. You can decide any single date, but don't phone us and say, how can you debit me twice in a week? That's because you set your first debit order at the end of the month and your recurring one at the beginning of the month. So just be aware of that. All right, our rewards program. Usually I don't touch on the rewards program because this kind of takes care of itself. But we've changed our XP rewards program slightly to get new people to generate XP faster, right? And more aggressively at the beginning of this journey. So the rewards program, as I said in the intro, is we reward you when your channel gets to certain sizes, right? So you're earning money every month, but there's also these rewards awaiting you when your channel gets to certain milestones. So here is the qualifying criteria and the rewards and the whole rank. There's a whole table of everything, right? So if you start out as a brand new wealth engineer, you will be rank 0. You rank 0 when you start out. So you want to get to rank 1, you need 4,000 XP. XP is short for experience points. We give you XP for everything. I'm going to explain to you how to earn XP shortly. But you need a qualified channel size of 4 products in your qualified channel, right? So you have to have a qualified channel that has 4 products in it, right? And if you meet those 2 criteria, if you've got the 4,000 XP, you've got 4 products in your qualified channel, then you become rank 1, boom, and we give you an extra 55 Rand at the end of the month. Now, I always joke with everyone and say, how can you get excited over 55 Rand reward? You must get excited. Why must you get excited? Because you've just proven to yourself that you can get to rank 20. If you can get to rank 1, you can get to any rank. You've just proven to yourself, I can do the system. It might take some time, but I can do it, right? So you take that 55 Rand, you get a hot chocolate and a muffin, and you celebrate on your own. Amen. Don't share that money with anyone, right? You celebrate for yourself. You say, I'm on the road now. I'm on the road, rank 1, I've got rank 5, I've got rank 7, I've got rank 9 waiting for me. It's coming. All right. And then as you start to rank up, see, when you've got 20 products in your qualified channel and you get 8,000 XP, then you get 100 Rand extra. Then when you get to rank 3, you get another 100 Rand. When you get to rank 4, you get 400 Rand. And you can see it gets bigger and bigger and bigger the further down you go. Over here at rank 9, this is more like a 200,000 Rand holiday for 1 week. Right, so that's the luxury holiday you get. Then there's the car, 250,000 Rand. Then at rank 14 over here, now you've got 6,000 products in your qualified channel. At rank 14, we take you to the Mediterranean. Anyone been to the Mediterranean? It's a beautiful, beautiful part of the world, right? You go to the Greek Isles, you go to Croatia, you go to Monaco, you go to the French and the Italian Riviera. It is probably one of the most beautiful places on earth. And you get to spend a week there again. And now you've got 2 trips every single year that you're enjoying. By default, 2 trips to enjoy every single year, right? So that's what the rewards program looks like. It actually goes up to rank 28. We're only showing you up to rank 20. We've designed it up to rank 28. We think it'll take, based on our projections, about 20 years to get to rank 28. But you can imagine, if you're committed to this process, if you become part of DuePoint for life, that's waiting for you, right? And it gets bigger and better and bigger and better and bigger and better. One of the wealth engineers was saying to me, please tell me there's a S-Class Mercedes somewhere here. I said, well, maybe there is a S-Class Mercedes somewhere. We're not revealing it, right? You've got to get to the ranks. So you'll see here, we don't reveal some of these ranks. They're only visible to the guys that get to the rank below. Then we reveal it to you in your app. It tells you what the next rank is that you're going to work towards. Okay, so how do you earn XP? So you saw rank 1, you need 4,000 XP. XP is this thing called experience points. We give you XP for everything, right? And so there are 25 different ways to earn XP in this business. The easiest ones are at the top. So here, check your app daily. Every time you check your app, you get 25 XP. Easy, right? You just have to open it. Register a prospect. So that's just registering someone that you're going to show or tell DuePoint about. So if I meet anyone, if I've got family members, I can register them as prospects. Every prospect that I register, I get 300 XP. You do it on your app. I'll show you how to do it on your app now. Watch an intro. If you come to an intro presentation, we will give you 500 XP. Watch a development seminar. We've got a development seminar next Saturday. We've got a whole bunch of them on our app at the moment. You can go watch them. Every time you watch them, you get 1,000 XP. Right? Take a selfie. Where's take a selfie? There. Take a profile photo. So if you go into your profile, you take a photo of yourself, you get 1,000 XP. So to get to 4,000 XP, we're going to do it today. Right? Easy. Easy peasy. So there's 25 of these. If you go onto your app, you'll look at the bottom of the app. There's a tab called Rewards. Click on Rewards. You'll see this whole list come up. And there are stars. So when you reach milestones in your quests, so here it says check your app daily. You get 25 XP every time you check your app daily. When you've done this 20 times, we'll give you a bonus 500 XP for saying, well done, you got to the first tier, star number 1. There is 1 million XP available on a single quest in the XP Rewards program, right? So when you get to this period here, look at the requirement. 500 million XP you need to get to rank 20. But like I said, there's 1 million XP available. There's 50% bonus annually XP available every single year. So you'll get to that, don't worry. You can get to rank 9 fairly easily with regards to the XP requirement. That's why I say I don't really talk about the XP too much because it happens on its own. But I want to highlight to you that this is brand new. So we only launched this the 25 new quests in the last month. Let's see what else we got here. Okay, so if you've got your phone with you, you're welcome to open up your app now so that you can work through everything with us. If you open up your app, you'll always be met with what we call daily notices. These are our messages from us to you, right? They remind us that there's live intros happening, there's training, there's quests, winners, everything. It's our communication to you. So if you want to close it, you just click on that X button there. You can share it. There's a share button on every message, so you can share it out to the world. And if you want to close this whole notices screen, just click on the back button, which is on the top left, and then it'll take you to your home screen. If you want to get that 1000 XP for taking a profile photo, you will see your name in the top left corner of your app. So if you look at your app, can you see your name in the top left? Click on your name, right? And then it'll bring up your profile page like this. This is your profile page. If you haven't taken a photo, it'll be blank. And you'll see there's a little camera icon in the bottom right corner of the picture. Click on the camera icon, take a selfie, right? We're not looking for a boyfriend or a girlfriend. It's a business photo. Ne? You must take a nice business photo of yourself with a smile, and you get 1000 XP immediately. So now we've got 1000 out of the 4000 that we need. Easy peasy. Okay. If you click on the Connect tab at the bottom, so look at the bottom of your app, you'll see the tabs at the bottom. There should be a button at the bottom that says Connect. If you click on Connect, it'll open up this page, which offers you 2 buttons at the top. New applications and prospects. So if you've got a person that wants to join your business, you're going to click on New Application, and it'll take them through the application form. But we've launched a new feature which allows you to record your prospects. So when you start doing this business, we've got channels, people, wealth engineers doing, the one lady said to me last week, she registered 700 prospects that week. 700 in a week, right? And so you can manage all your prospects by clicking on that button. It'll open up the Prospect Manager. So you click there, and then this screen loads up. If you've registered prospects, you'll have your list of latest prospects coming up already. But at the top, there'll be 2 buttons. Add new prospect or search prospects. This is a way for you to manage all the people that you're speaking to all the time, right? People might not sign up the first time you speak to them. You register as them prospect. You've got their details in your phone. You can call them from here. You can search your prospects. It becomes a management function for you so that you can manage your prospects while you're building your business. So if you want to add a new prospect, you click on the Add New button, and then it just asks you typical contact information. So when you click Add, it's going to ask you for a name and surname, email address, cell phone number. You can add notes. You can add specific details about the person, like they go to my child's school, or I know them from cricket or soccer or this or that. It doesn't matter, right? Add notes about them because you need to separate all your prospects from each other using the needs filter that we have. Searching prospects, very simple. Click on the search button. There at the top, you'll have a text field. Type in the text field what you want to search. It'll return all the prospects that meet the search criteria. Click on any of them. So here I've got Shania Twain. I'm very good friends with her. Used to be married to her. So her photo comes up, the name, her status. So your status, you can change your status between interested, not interested, or joined already. What is this tape here? It's got family information. You've got additional notes. So I met through her ex-husband, Rob. Her needs, looking for a business opportunity for her daughter, right? So all the information comes up that you captured, and then you'll see in the bottom right corner, there's another link here. It's a shortcut menu. If you click on that shortcut menu, you'll see all these icons pop out. The first one, you can change the photo. So you can redo the picture of the person. The little heart lets you add them as a favorite. if you show them the intro presentation and you want 1,000 XP for showing them the intro presentation, you just click on that button and the 1,000 XP is awarded to you. If you want to phone them, just click on the call button. And if you want to edit any of the information, click on the edit button, right? All right, so that helps you manage your prospects. Then tools. So tools is where all our training lies, all the information about DuePoint. If you've got any questions about DuePoint, if you're not sure about the rewards program or the returns program or how to qualify or how to prospect, all those questions that you might have, I promise you we've done training on it. And that training is lying under tools. So at the bottom, you'll see there's a tab called tools. Click on tools, and then you'll see you've got 3 pages that come up. So if you swipe left, you'll see you've got more options. You've got tools, I think it's downloads, and there might be something else there. Under tools, you'll have all the videos. There's a drop-down menu at the top. So if you click on that, you can change it to just training shorts, or when you start ranking up, we've got specific training for our rank 4s and above and that type of thing. But you'll see the little drop-down menu, but all the training is there, and you can watch all that training. And if you click watch, you get 1,000 XP for every dev seminar that you watch. So now by the end of today, you should be past 4,000 XP. Past 4,000 XP, easily, right, to get to rank 1. You just need 4 qualified products in your qualified channel. So that's your only requirement, and you rank 1. You're on the road. Any questions at this stage? No questions so far. All right, and then on events, so there's an events tab at the bottom too. Click on events, you'll see the events come up. We've got an events gallery. I don't know why that comes up, but if you click on the drop-down menu and go to latest events, it'll tell you that, show you everything that's happening at DuePoint. All our intro presentations, the launch workshops, the encounters that we're having around the country for our roadshow. You can go plan your diary 6 months in advance with regards to everything that DuePoint's doing, right? We've got rewards at the bottom, so if you click on rewards, you'll see all the quests come up, and then you can swipe again. You can go from quests to what the rewards are to what you get at each rank, right? There are 3 pages under rewards. So that should give you a very good explanation. That's what, if you click on rewards, that's what should come up. You should have the 365 challenge. This will be replaced by the Achiever quest, and then you've got all the other XP quests, the other 25 XP quests listed below that. Right? So you know what to do. You go look there. It'll tell you. You got 1 out of 20. You've logged in once. It's all self-explanatory. Play around in your app. You can't break the app. You're not going to transfer 10,000 Rand out your account by accident. Right? Play with the app so that you know it back to front, because it reflects what's happening in your business. So that is a brief understanding. There's just all the quests, the 25 quests that we spoke about earlier. Log in, register a prospect, watch an intro presentation. And then, as I said, it's broken down. If you want more information on the quest, just click on it. It'll show you, it'll give you a broader explanation of what the quest is all about. There's the quest name. That's the brief explanation. And then there's the status bar. It says 0 out of 15. That's because I've done no prospects, right? And it's saying if I get to 15, I get a star and I get 15,000 XP. We know that I get 3,000 XP, 300 XP for every prospect that I register. So then I went and I registered 14 people. Oh no, Brendan hasn't showed it. Right? And then the 15th one, you'll see that little star becomes a blue star and you get 1,500 XP on top of the 300 times 15 that you've done. So there is massive XP available for everybody. That XP should never be a problem while you're doing the rewards program. Okay, where to find the product on the app. So if you click on the menu button, see in the top left, those 3 lines, that's a menu. Click on that menu. It'll reveal a whole bunch of items to you. Whatever prospect or whatever products you've signed up for, you can click on that product. So there, we've got Access Wealth, Wealth Points, Wealth Guard. If you don't have a product, or if you've got a lapsed product, there might be a little, like a toolbox looking icon next to that product for you to reinstate. But you can click on the product that you have, and it'll bring up details about your product. So your product documentation, it might show you what the debit order date is. So you've got product-specific information in your menu available to you. Then most importantly, so if you come back out of that, your home screen. This is what your home screen looks like in your app. The home screen is important because this is telling you what your business looks like, right? It's telling us how big your qualified channel is. It's telling you how many people have paid their debit orders successfully. Let me go back. It's telling you how many pending debits. So this one says there's 0 pending debits. So this must be at the end of the month, because we are 2/3 of the way through the month. If you've got a sizable channel, you'll see that you've got a big pending number, because lots of people set their debit orders for the end of the month, right? So you'll have successful debits, the debits that still have to happen, and then the debits that have failed. So in your channel, you'll have all these debit orders that have failed. That's just part of business. Don't let that get you down. Every business has failed debit orders, right? As long as that number doesn't get too big. So we tell you what the number is. We call it a BPQ. The BPQ is a ratio of failed versus successful debits. But we only look at your first and second point, because you don't really have control on your third and fourth and fifth down to your 30th point. You don't have control over that. But you do have control over your first and second point. And so if this number drops below 75%, I would start getting worried. I would say, why are so many people that I'm putting into the business failing their debit orders? Right? And you have to become more discerning. You've got to start looking at people and going, oh, they tell me they can pay, but can they really pay? And so we've got wealth engineers who do a lot of prospecting, but they only prospect people who have got jobs and cars, as an example. So they've built a rule for themselves that say the person must have a car, they must have a job. Because if they've got a job and they've got a car, then they should be able to pay their debit order. Right? And so that allows them to manage the quality that they're bringing into their business. And so you'll see that happening. It's a gray area. When I say quality, it's a very gray area. There's no hard rule that says this person can afford it, this person can't afford it. But if it's starting to hurt you, because this says here, 11% of my month was wasted. Right? If it's 50%, it means half your time at DuePoint that month was wasted. Because someone who joins your business and doesn't pay is not going to help you. Right? And so always be aware of that. And then we've got new wealth engineers. So these are people that are signed up. This has not got to do with debit orders. This is just people that are signed up. And then we've got cancelled and lapsed. So the people that have cancelled their product to DuePoint, or people that have lapsed. Their debit orders have failed twice in a row. We lapse them out. We kick them out. We don't, because it costs us every time to do a failed debit order run. And so we remove those people from the system. Right? So you'll have that number there. And then if you want to look at your first point, so you always want to look at your first point. If you click on this button, qualified channel, you will see it comes up with all the points in your business, right? Point 1 is what you want to look at. So if you click on point 1, then it'll show you just point 1's, debits, pendings, fails. And you can click on the successful debits. It'll show you a list of everybody who paid their product successfully. You can click on failed and see everyone who failed their debit orders. It might have been a qualified wealth engineer. That one failed debit order might reduce your whole qualified channel by 1 point, right? And so you want to be very aware of what's going on in your channel. So always click on qualified channel, click on point 1, look at all the people on your first point. Those are the people that you brought into the business. Upcoming events, so we've discussed that. I'm not going to go over that again. Okay, if you want to earn XP. So if you want to earn XP, you're not coming to head office, you may be watching the intro at home, you want to get that 500 XP, go to events in the app. So at the bottom, it's the events. You go to events, upcoming events on the drop-down menu. You will see all the intros coming up. When it's about time to start the intro, you click on the watch button, you get 500 XP for clicking on the watch button. So you get XP for not being at head office. You can be in Bloemfontein watching this, right? You still get the XP. All right. Slow versus fast. So expectations. So the 365 challenge, we went through this in the intro presentation. I honestly fantasize about not working for DuePoint. Because if I didn't work for DuePoint, I could build a channel. And if I could build a channel, I would definitely be doing the 365 challenge. Definitely. Because there's $2 million in it. $2 million for 1 year's worth of work. I would say to my parents, listen, you're going to support me for a year. I'm quitting my job. I'm only doing DuePoint. Right? And if I'm effective enough at it, I can produce 16,500 rand in my first month. That's how much money is on offer in your first month. 16,500 rand you can earn in your first month. Find 30 people who pay their product in the first month. That's 16,500 rand waiting for you. Right? And if you do that for 12 months in a row, there's 2 million rand in benefit waiting for you. Because we say here, so we advertise there's Sorry, it's not 2 million rand, I'm lying. It's 1.27 plus another 180. So it's 1.3 million, not 2 million. 1.3 million rand in benefit, right? That's available for every single person that joins DuePoint. But you have to be that committed to a process for 12 months. How do you get one person to join a day in this business? If your life depended on it, would you find one person? You had the whole day. Would you find one person to join DuePoint if your life depended on it? Now, how much does your life depend on money? Pretty much. A lot, right? And so don't be comfortable where you are now. You have to be so uncomfortable with regards to where you are now that you want to be so desperate to get to this position where you've got 1.3 million rand in benefit in 12 months that your life depends on it daily. Like if you get to lunchtime and you still haven't signed someone up, you're like, okay, I'm going to have to hit Mall of Africa after work. Or something, right? And before you go to bed, you sign someone up. And if you just do that for a year, for 365 days, your life will change. Because it doesn't end. The value doesn't end at 1.3 million. This time next year, you're going to be earning 50, 60,000 a month. You've just made 700,000 rand in recurring income for yourself every single year. And you're getting the Mediterranean trip, and you're getting the Mauritius trip every single year on top of that. You're just building from that point. You're building and building and building. Right? This is just to shoot you to the moon to get started, this challenge. The Achiever Quest is where you can make money straight away. So you don't have to wait for your channel to build. You can make money immediately. That's why I said there's 15,000 rand a month waiting for you every single month from month one. And so if you connect 30 people onto your first point, that's 1,650 rand on your first point in returns. Plus we give you the 15,000. So it's 16,650 bucks you can make in your first month. And that's if no one on your first point does anything. That's just on your efforts alone. Right? So be aware of these quests. Right? And you don't have to do the 30. You can do the 10. I just took a photo of a lady now. She got last month's quest. 5,000 bucks in her pocket. Brand new to DuePoint. Did you see me taking a photo of her in the foyer? Look at your email. Later today, we're going to email everybody. You're going to see her at the top of our Movers and Shakers email. Sima Sitle. 5,000 bucks richer today. Thank you very much, DuePoint. I'll take it again next month. What to do? Okay, so just a reminder. The whole principle of DuePoint. You've got to understand what DuePoint is trying to achieve. When you go out, you're not connecting people to our products. You are connecting people to our business opportunity. So talk business opportunity. People will try steer you to the product. Yes, but what are we selling? What is the product? What do I have to buy? You say, I'm here to tell you about making money. If you're interested in making money, come watch for 25 minutes. Right? We've got an intro presentation that's 16 minutes. If they only have 16 minutes, you say, perfect. If they've got 35 minutes, you show them the full one. If they've got an hour, you show them the 1 hour testimony video. Right? Show them whatever. Talk about opportunity, not product. Not product. I tell them about the product. All right. Always talk wealth. Use the tools. So use all the tools that are at your disposal. You can show off the tools. The tools, everything about our head office, our app, our website, our YouTube videos, our Facebook page. All of that lends to our credibility. When you show people all these things, the fancy app, look, I'm adding you as a prospect, take a photo, they go, jeepers, this is a serious business. It's not a Mickey Mouse business, right? So use the tools for yourself as well as promoting the business. Get started now. Do not wait in this business. Don't wait. I know. I've been studying human psychology, social sciences. Why do people not do anything? Because unfortunately, the majority of us sitting here aren't going to do this business. You might be sitting there going, no, I'm going to do it. But statistically, I know that 75% of you aren't. With all your enthusiasm, all your excitement, all the best intentions in the world, you're not going to do it. Don't be the 75%. Be the 25%. The 25% get started now. They don't wait. They act on it. Strike while the iron's hot, right? Because what happens is you forget about everything. DuePoint becomes this memory. If you forget about it, if you don't do it, if you don't engage immediately, the likelihood of you engaging later on, next week, next month, is very low, right? And so let this be a warning. If you want to get into this business seriously, start tomorrow. Speak to DuePoint to 5 people tomorrow. Well, don't have to get yeses from them. You can aim for no's. Have you ever aimed for getting no's? No, none of you have aimed for no's. You all aim for yeses. But make a goal for yourself. Say tomorrow, I'm going to speak to as many people to get to 5 no's. If all first 5 are yeses, then you still got to speak to another 5 at least. If the first 10 are yeses, you're going to be spending the whole day talking to people tomorrow. Right? Let the no's be the goal. Speak to 5 no's. When I get to 5 no's, I'll stop talking about DuePoint. Then you won't care about the no's. Right? You'll be excited. Oh, please let this person be a no. I've got to go home. Right? Reverse the psychology. Right? Don't weigh so much on the no's. Get started now. Plug into DuePoint. Use our tools. Become an expert at the app. Make sure you know the app back to front. Click on every single button. Understand what every single button is. If you don't understand, go watch the training on the app. We've got training on the app. Marry DuePoint's calendar into your own. So be aware of all the events that we have running. You know we've got a Bloemfontein encounter coming up. Like our Facebook page. Follow the Facebook page. We've got awesome content that comes out every single day on Facebook. The YouTube channel's got so much video content and training available for you. Make sure the app's downloaded, Android and Apple devices supported. The merchandise helps you prospect more successfully because this paints a picture of being professional. It does. That's the problem. Often what we do is if we come out representing ourselves, right? We're in this business, it's our side business, it's called DuePoint, and you come out promoting it, the person looks at you and go, they're just taking a chance, they want something from me. But if they see that you're invested in the business, so the company you work for, right? You might have corporate clothing, you've got business cards, if you're in sales, you've got all of this. Because the salespeople are going out and promoting their business. And they can see that you represent that business, that you're invested in the business, that you have to be professional, right? Because you're an ambassador of the business. It's no different in this. If you're going to treat this business as a hobby, as a New Year's resolution, if you go, no, the merchandise is not for me, you're not going to succeed. I'm telling you right now, you're not. People's perception is built in 4 seconds when you speak to them. If you pitch up there in your civvies, you don't have business cards, and you're trying to tell someone about a business opportunity, they think you're a joker. You're trying to take advantage of them. You're trying to get something out of me. But if you're professional about it, if they think, geez, does this person work for DuePoint, they will take you more seriously because they see that you're more invested and that you have belief in the business you're a proponent of. Get the merchandise. This is not a profit center for us. We don't make money on merchandise. They are tools to help you build in this business, right? So be aware of all the merchandise. For me, business cards are probably the most important thing. Bloemfontein Encounter, we will help you build a channel out the Free State. We had a very successful encounter in Port Elizabeth last weekend, right? Let's do it for Bloemfontein again. It's not my job to get people to Bloemfontein. It's not mine. My job is to support you when you connect people to us. I will tell them about everything. I will get them motivated. I will get them excited. I will tell them about the entire business, the products, the remuneration structure. I'll give them hope. I'll give them belief in a business that can change their lives. But you have to bring the people to me. So go make a list of everyone in the Free State. Make a list of 500 people if you can. Because out of the 500 that you contact, 250 will say, yes, I'm interested. Out the 250, only 100 will look at the presentation. Out of the 100, only 70 will come to the encounter. Right? You've got this funnel that dwindles. Don't go, I'm going to get one person. You're going to be the person standing at Bloemfontein waiting for your one person. They didn't come. Play the odds, right? Know the statistics in this business. It's not a bad thing. If you're the one person that invites only one person, you're going to be on the tail end of the statistic. Right? Don't do that. Play to the statistics. Know that only half the people you invite to this thing are going to arrive. So invite 10, then you know 5 will arrive. Invite 20, you'll know 10 that will arrive. Right? We do that. We will book a venue half the size of the registrations that we get. So there will be 500 people that register on our website saying they're coming. We know 250 are arriving. We cater for 250. Do the same thing. So make a list as long as possible is what I'm saying. This is the training that we're having on Saturday. Brendan's going to be delivering this. This is very important because this handles this stuff here. Prospecting, inviting, and connecting is the lifeblood of your channel, right? You can know the app, you can know the XP Rewards program, you can know everything. But if you don't know how to prospect and what to say when you invite people and how to follow up and how to connect them to an intro presentation, then you're stuck in the mud. Right? And so this is very important training, and it's a message that demands to be heard because of the necessity of our business. Jeez, the amount of people that I know getting retrenched at the moment is ridiculous. The amount of graduates, I was looking at statistics. Do you know, and we're at the beginning of the year, do you know how many graduates, so people that have gone through the formal education system, they've gone from primary school all the way to matric, they got into university, studied 3, 4, 5 years, some of them 7 years at university. Do you know what percentage of graduates are getting jobs? 45%. Can you imagine going through all of that and to be sitting at home not being able to find a job? It is heartbreaking. Heartbreaking. I mean, my wife did law, and she said even then, I don't know, she graduated maybe 10, 15 years ago. Even then, she said some of the graduates couldn't find articles. In law, to become a lawyer, you have to do your articles for 2 years. So you have to have a law firm that hires you as an articles clerk, and you work for peanuts, right? And you have to do that for 2 years to get your degree. There were graduates that couldn't find articles. So now you've studied for 5 years and you can't become a lawyer because no one's willing to give you a job where they pay you like 4,000 Rand a month. It's crazy. And so when we talk about a message that demands to be heard, you have been mandated with connecting people to a solution. That's dire, right? For 249 Rand a month, I can save your life. Why are we not telling every single person on the street? The world, I don't say the world, the country needs to know about DuePoint because it's opportunity at very little risk, right? And so that plays into prospecting. Any questions? Because we're done. One question, sir.
Our first question is, if you want to see the presentation that was done today, how do you go about it?
So it's on YouTube. Yeah.
How do you go?
How? So the only way you can do it is by going onto YouTube. So you can go onto YouTube with your smart TV, you can use your computer, or you can use your smartphone. If you go onto your smartphone, you can download the YouTube app, or you can just go to youtube.com in your internet browser, go to the DuePoint channel. So you search for DuePoint, you'll see the DuePoint channel come up with our little logo, and you'll see the top video there will be the launch workshop because that's on YouTube now, and the video below it will be intro presentation from Saturday.
And another one is my comment.
Yeah.
Excellent training.
Good.
Excellent. And then I just wish we just been to our sixth, what do we call it, voting. I wish our people can.
The elections.
The elections.
Yeah.
I wish our people can get out of the mentality of work.
Look.
I wish people, and look at the unemployment out there.
Yeah. No, the unemployment is massive, especially amongst young people.
It's massive. People can take this
Yeah. Yeah.
very seriously.
And it's only the unemployed that cause trouble. My father's a mining engineer. He's run a lot of mines around the country, and he says if there is unemployment anywhere in the community near those mines, he says it's the unemployed that come and cause trouble. They force people to go on strike. They're the ones that come damage the water lines, and they're the ones that cause all the trouble. But they block the roads. They want to kill the security guards. Because what do you do? What do you do if you're unemployed and you're sitting at home? What's that verse in the Bible? Something about idle hands is the devil's work, right? When you've got nothing to do, you must go crazy, right? And so we're trying to solve that solution. Brendan is going to be speaking a lot about the circumstance that we find ourselves in our country, right? And it's sad, unfortunately, but we're hoping to be a solution to the problem. We have to do something, right? We've got to do something to solve the problem. We can't just sit back and wait. It won't happen on its own. So I'm hoping you are all part of the solution. All right. Any other questions? No? Everyone knows what they want to do, ma'am.
So if I don't know Google and trade something, how do I get it?
They're selling at reception. If you're outside of South Africa and you want merchandise, you just phone client service. We can courier anything to you. Okay. Good luck, guys.